Silver Surfer. Hold up, wait a minute, take a pause. What's good, wrestling fans? It's your boy Jay, the heel kid of pro wrestling, and I'm here with
Lewis, the encyclopedia of pro wrestling. And this is Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Welcome back, wrestling fans. What was that about? You called me Silver Surfer?
I mean, hey, look at all the silver surfings on your head.
Really? Because I got gray hair? Smart ass. Welcome, wrestling fans, to another exciting edition of Evolution of Pro Wrestling. We got to bring you wrestling's top news along with the topic of the night. Hey, yo, what's going on, man? How's it going, James? Welcome. It's been a while. James had some things going on. We're not going to mention that live, but
for those that know, they know.
They know.
Exactly.
Prayers are with you, brother.
You know.
We are going to have an exciting show today. The topic of the night is the greatest returns in wrestling history. We touched that a couple of years back, but we want to relive it.
Yeah,
now with all these returns that we suddenly are coming up and like, you're welcome, man, anytime. We are going to relive certain comebacks, new comebacks, and what type of pop we thought they could have had, that they did have, and like, hey, Rat Jackson, what's up, brother?
Yeah, definitely.
This is going to be an exciting show. But before we get into that topic, wrestling's top news. Triple H, the head of WWE Creative Control, has come down with COVID-19. He was not present on Monday Night Raw. Road Dogg apparently took over. Some people were criticizing Monday Night Raw. Me personally, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. You know, at least you're putting a champion at the end of the show with Seth Rollins. Especially, perfect person to put the title on Seth Rollins. Like, Jaden, what do you think about Seth Rollins being the United States champion?
I mean, hey, Seth Rollins, you know, he deserves it. You know, I feel like that's the perfect title to give him right now. You know, Seth Rollins has had almost every single title run so far. He's won tag titles. He's won world heavyweight title. He's won the intercontinental title. So he's won almost every single title in this generation. So you know what I'm saying? Now that Triple H is, you know, the head of, you know, the creative, it's good that, you know, he's actually maybe, or not even maybe, I know that he's planning to give others a chance. But right now, you know, in the place that Seth Rollins is in, I think that title is the perfect title to place on that man. So great decision. At least in my opinion, that was a great decision by creative.
No, it was definitely a great decision by creative. You know, like everything that's going on with WWE right now, Triple H he's changed the landscape of the WWE.
He's made me want to watch WWE again.
Yes, same here.
He's made me want to watch WWE.
And that's what counts, that it all came out like that. Like, you see all the returns, all these comebacks, these call-ups.
A lot.
Like, oh man, like you cannot talk down this man.
Nah.
Like, you can't badmouth this man. He has done something what Vince McMahon couldn't do in a whole year. Like, but it was unfortunate that he did come down with COVID. We know, we wish him a speedy recovery. Speaking of speedy recovery, Hangman Page was severely injured in his match with Jon Moxley. He caught a severe concussion, Jaden. After the show went off the air, Jon Moxley actually went down on one knee. Mm-hmm. You know, that's pretty big of Jon Moxley. You know, it's tough.
I'm about to say it kind of, when I heard about that, it kind of did shock me, because, you know, he used to do like that backyard wrestling crap, and that was like a really brutal kind of wrestling. So I'm like, you know, for him to actually drop like that, I'm like, yeah, it must have been really bad.
It was tough. It was tough for that to happen to him. But we do wish him also a speedy recovery.
Definitely.
Apparently, AEW, speaking of AEW, apparently they beat NXT in the ratings on Tuesday.
That's a shocker.
Listen.
That's surprising.
Listen, let me tell you something. That shit don't mean nothing to me. When AEW decides to beat WWE's main roster
then that'll
mean something to me. But I'm sorry, AEW has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Like, all the shit that's happening, like all the suspensions, all the Oh, the forgetting your talent. And speaking of forgetting your talent, apparently there is a buzz that Kenny Omega is coming to the WWE.
Let me find out. Let me find out.
What is your thoughts on that? Holy shit.
That would be really big if Kenny Omega was to join the WWE, man. I feel like Triple H would have some really big plans for that.
That would be some major plans.
Listen, every single person that has stepped into and back into WWE probably currently likes their role right now, all because of Triple H.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Bradley, welcome back. Welcome back. We were back last 2 weeks ago. We were waiting for you.
Yeah.
But yes, for those that are just tuning in, today's wrestling top news, along with the topic of the night, greatest returns in wrestling history. Oh, thank you. Yes. Chad Cable, I had that shit first, all right? So cut that shit out. Don't stop saying it before I file a lawsuit against you. All right? You know why? Because in this podcast, there's no politics, no bullshit, straight pro wrestling. Oh, thank you. See, I said it.
You're welcome.
I said, don't interrupt me, jerk.
I didn't interrupt you. You just said hello.
Anyway, back to wrestling news. AEW apparently is putting Chris Jericho ahead of creative control. Like he's actually going to be creating storylines, doing all this stuff, being a producer. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's a bad idea. You know, Chris Jericho has had a lot of experience in many places. You know, he is, a really great champion holder. He had an amazing run in WWE. So I really want to see what he's going to do. You know, he's not old either. He's still really young to be
he's in his 50s. He's definitely in his 50s.
I know
he's in his 50s.
I thought he was like at least still 40 or something. I didn't know all that now.
He's already. It's time for him to retire. It's time for him to retire.
In the wrestling business,
I think that's probably why they're putting him as a producer.
I'm about to say, in the wrestling business, yes, he is pretty old.
Yeah.
But
well, let me not say old, because damn it, if Ric Flair could freaking wrestle in his damn 70s and get away with it, you can get away with it too.
Nah, that's crazy.
Like, come on, man.
I believe a new contract. I believe he could do a good job.
Yeah, he got a new contract.
I don't think he will do better than WWE.
No,
but I do think he would do. Really
Tony Khan is a rich man. Hell yeah, he's a rich man. But WWE is a global empire. There's no question.
Without a doubt.
That's like saying LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. Oh, that's bullshit.
People say
Jordan is the greatest of all time.
People say that all the time. That's not even a debate.
That's a joke.
That shouldn't even be a debate.
That's a joke.
That shouldn't even be a debate.
But on a sadder note, unfortunately, Kevin Nash's son passed away today. Kid was 26 years old, young kid. Don't really know much of the detail.
I feel really bad.
But from the Evolution of Pro Wrestling team, we give our sincere condolences to Kevin Nash and his family. Jamie, welcome, man. Yes, it has been a long time, sir. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
I know that gotta be really tough.
No, that's tough. I as a father would never ever want to feel that pain.
The worst thing too is Razor. He just lost his Razor
best friend.
Ramon. He lost his best friend, and then now he just lost his son. So
yeah, it was tough, man.
I know he's going through a really tough time.
It was tough, and then also we have Humberto Garza Sr. Also passed away this past week. Sincere condolences to Humberto Garza Jr., the wrestler. It was a tough week, and then unfortunately, Mandy Rose's brother passed away also today. It was very unfortunate for all three of them. So our heart goes out to their families from the Evolution of Pro Wrestling team. Much blessings and prayers. Bless you. Prayers. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry,
out to their families. Apparently, Day 1 has been canceled. The pay-per-view Day 1 has been canceled. Apparently, they're trying to make more room for events that are coming up, like the Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. It's like, wow.
Yeah, right.
Like, you got a lot of stuff happening. Like War Games. I'm anticipating.
I can't wait to see that, man.
Like,
oh my god.
Like, holy shit.
When is that pay-per-view?
November. Sometime in November. But I'm definitely watching that pay per view. I am definitely watching that pay per view. Like War Games.
War Games.
Shit.
I've never.
That was one of my favorite matches in WCW.
I have seen a War Games one time before.
No, I've seen War Games.
Now that they're bringing it back to this new generation, I really want to see what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Wyatt 6. Oh, I can't wait to see.
Oh man,
Wyatt 6, man.
No, we're speaking of Wyatt. Bray Wyatt made his shocking return at Extreme Rules. Holy shit! Like wow. Extreme Rules overall was awesome. The first match, holy shit!
That match was brutal.
That match was brutal. Best match of the night.
To me, that was
best match of the night. I like Bailey and Bianca Belair too.
That match was pretty good too.
It was good, but this one, holy shit!
I think all matches were good. Like I said,
But that return in
the end was amazing, man.
You're genius, evil genius.
No.
Bray Wyatt made his triumphant return. The fans went nuts. We went nuts. The pop was crazy, just like I went nuts when the Giants won this past weekend. They kicked the Ravens' ass. Sorry, son. He's a Ravens fan. Anyway,
he's been doing that to me ever since that weekend.
But yes, it was a triumphant return, and this return is what brings us to our topic of the night. Greatest wrestling returns of all time in wrestling history.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm still a little bit confused on if he's the Fiend or if he's the Eater of Worlds. I mean, because he still had the Firefly Funhouse, but yet again, they played his old theme song or like a portion of it.
Remember that he awoken the Firefly Funhouse.
So what is it, like Firefly?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get my mind around
Firefly Eater of Worlds.
I'm still trying to
the
get
White
my
Rabbit.
The White Rabbit. I'm still trying to get my mind around it. Like, what is exactly he doing? Because he came out and all of a sudden he does this promo, amazing promo, like himself, as Bray Wyatt is him talking about himself, and then he gets interrupted by himself.
I gotta see that promo.
Let's check that promo. Like it was, you look at it like, what in the hell just happened?
I haven't seen that promo yet.
And I'm like, shit.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you.
Be back. I have not seen that promo.
No, it was crazy. I'm like, what the hell just happened? But it was something that captivated your attention. Like
split personality.
Yeah,
hey, I wouldn't
that's
be
what I'm saying.
If that's what that
definitely
is.
Split personality. But
that's
what do you make of it? Is the issue.
Well, maybe.
I'm gonna take you to the part where it cuts off. Like the lights cut off, and it gets to him. But
so he came out with the. Maybe it's a split personality between the Eater of Worlds.
Okay, here it is.
I tried to run away and hide. You were there to find me. When I left things behind, you found them. You chased me. You are the reason.
The lights go off.
Oh, little woman.
This is insane.
Come with me. Your life is done. Forget the future. Forget the past. Life is over. Breathe your life. You got no idea who you're dealing with, do you? Ooh, but you will.
Yo, this is sickening. Like
Ring of Honor Superstar. I don't get it though. He was just talking. Split personality is the only thing that
masterful promo.
Split personality is the
masterful.
Only thing I could think of.
It's like shit, and that return was amazing, and that's just one of many. That how can you even begin to
just take something in like that?
Like wow.
Right.
And then the shit is the WWE messed with you because they looked like they were about to get off the air and then poof, the lights go out.
Yep, and then.
And I'm like, damn. No, but this is nothing compared with Mick Foley.
I'm about to say.
Like, hell no. Like, this is nothing compared with Mick Foley. Like, with Mick Foley is totally different. Mick Foley was hardcore. He was hardcore.
This is
different.
Horror.
This is horror. This is like.
This man is literally talking like
he's
to himself.
talking to himself.
To himself.
And what makes it crazy is that the fans love it. Because you see the mask. That mask is sick.
That mask is really.
That's a really.
I'm not
sick
gonna
mask.
lie, it is a sick mask, but I like the Fiend one better. That one is more.
No,
scary.
but still, it's still.
That mask
scary,
is really cool though.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie,
but
that mask is really cool.
Like, damn, that I still can't believe that triumphant return by Bray Wyatt.
Maybe it is a split personality between
and I'm eager to see more. But Jaden, in your opinion, yes, we mentioned that Jeremy Rivera, rest in peace to Kevin Nash's son. We definitely sent our condolences out to him and his family.
Definitely.
In your opinion, Jaden, what is your greatest return? Well, what's one of your top returns that you've seen in professional wrestling?
One of my top returns
that you went crazy, like really jumping.
When Edge came back, when we were watching
Royal Rumble.
When this is not exactly my favorite, but that is one of the best ones because I jumped off. It was really late. It was really late. Me and Dad was watching Royal Rumble, and it was really late. Everybody was sleeping, and we were just calling it. We're like, somebody's gonna return. It's the Royal Rumble. As soon as you hear Edge's theme drop, we dropped our jaws and just jumped up. It was insane.
Yeah, we went like we did a silent.
Yeah, it was like, wow. Wyatt is more psychological.
Yes, it's more psychological.
It is more psychological.
And believe me, that shit had me hypnotized. Like,
I was just confused. I was just like,
I was ready to.
I was just like, huh?
Like the F-bombs were about to come off. Like, shit. Like, what's going on?
I was just like, whoa.
But
I was confused.
Yes, Brock Lesnar is definitely one of them. When he came back in 2014. Holy shit, the pop he got from the crowd.
I'm about to say, yeah.
And he F5 John Cena. Like, and see, I like Cena. Cena is not one to, he don't care. He put the talent over. You know, a lot of people say, oh, John Cena screwed up everybody's talent.
I wish somebody could name.
You need to step it up, pal. You need to step it up and do what you go. Oh, shit, somebody mentioned Taker. Here we go. Brian's not here either. You should text him. Brian loves the Undertaker. Undertaker, without a shadow of a doubt, will always have the greatest returns.
I think I've seen this one return for Undertaker.
WrestleMania 20 was by far one of the best.
I think I've seen another return where Kane was in the ring. He was about to get attacked. The lights go
Monday Night Raw.
With
the 1000th episode. He came back. Fans were nuts.
That one was crazy.
But at WrestleMania 20. When Undertaker came back, holy shit.
Triple H coming back.
Oh, Madison Square Garden.
We were just talking about that too earlier.
In Madison Square Garden? Holy shit. When Triple H came back to Madison Square Garden, they were nuts. And they were talking about it in the back too. They were talking about it that if the fans didn't accept him, I think they were gonna bring out Chris Jericho to come after him. But if the fans did, that's when Kurt Angle, the heel, came out. Because he was ready face. The ovation that he got from the WWE fans, that's the old shit.
I had a feeling Triple H was going to get an ovation.
No, he got a pop like no other.
Triple H deserved a pop like that. Like, you know, everything that man has been through in this WWE business.
The DX reunion was also a good return when the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw. I remember when John Cena, I was live. In Madison Square Garden.
That's my favorite return.
John Cena came back in 2008 from an injury. Yes. I went nuts. And I lost my voice that night. Like, I saw John Cena come back. I saw The Undertaker's entrance for the first time. I saw Roddy Piper. I saw Jimmy Snuka. It was like Christmas in wrestling for me. Christmas in wrestling for me. Right. Because it was something I loved. You know what I mean? And the return that I also enjoy, that probably some of you fans might know, Jaden, you wouldn't know this. In WrestleMania 8, Hulk Hogan versus Sid Justice. Sid Justice and Papa Shango were attacking Hulk Hogan. Boom. The Ultimate Warrior makes his grand return. The fans went nuts. Like, holy shit. You see them going crazy all over in the crowd. The Ultimate Warrior. But then he left a couple of months after. God rest his soul. He wasn't... Listen, I'm not knocking the dead. I'm not knocking the dead, but...
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't the best wrestler.
But he was very entertaining.
But don't get me wrong. I'm about
very
to say...
entertaining.
Personally, in my opinion... I'm sorry. Personally, in my opinion, Ultimate Warrior had, if not the best energy in wrestling. Mm-hmm. The moment you heard that theme song drop, you knew, like, that was gonna get you hyped. You seen him running out the ring. He was so pumped. Mm-hmm. He was one of the most entertaining.
At 20 also, when he came back at WrestleMania 20. WrestleMania 12.
His promos would make me laugh.
No,
I wouldn't understand.
Going down the fire pit.
I wouldn't understand anything.
Hey, but it caught the attention of the fans. That's the shit. It caught the attention of the fans.
I really didn't know anything about what he was saying.
Oh, man. He said, how about with Ric Flair? Oh, shit. When he came back in 2001... Oh man, he said the consumer, woo! The consumer was me and then you and I. Oh, since Liberty trying, woo! Sorry.
Do you gotta smack me all the time?
You and I are partners. Shawn Michaels in 2002. Excellent match with Triple H, unsanctioned.
He did have a good match with Triple H.
And he made up for it. He made up for it.
Definitely.
You know? But I think there was another return I remember. In 19... No, I'm lying. 2000. I think it was 2000, something like that. 2000, 2001, I forgot. When Stone Cold came back at Backlash.
You talking about the time where Jim Ross almost had a stroke?
No.
I'm about to say.
No.
say.
No. That one was the one where Stone Cold came back from jail.
Okay.
I'm talking about Rey Mysterio to WWE was good.
Rey Mysterio to WWE was a pretty good one.
Yeah, like there's so many, man. There is so many.
When The Rock returned.
Well, when The Rock returned,
a lot of those.
When The Rock returned, when The Rock returned to the WWE, I think one of his best returns was when he came back to help Mick Foley against Evolution. Like he ran to the ring and then he's like like he did a strut. He did a Ric Flair strut where he was kicking his ass. So I think damn, it's tough.
It is.
It's tough to name all these returns. When Triple H versus The Taker as the American Badass.
Undertaker's had many returns.
Oh my God, do you have your phone?
Yes, why?
Message your Godfather, see if he's available. Tell him we're talking about The Undertaker. How is he missing The Undertaker talk? He's probably with his family though. We apologize. We apologize.
Doing this
but Undertaker in American Badass, when he came back, it was a different side of the Undertaker. A different side of the Undertaker that not many saw. You know, and it was cool. You know, he had that accent going. You know, he like that real American Badass. Like I'm gonna beat your ass. Like ain't no more rest in peace. You know? You know?
Why did you do it like that?
What? I just put it out.
Somebody needs to get Undertaker to say this.
Sting jumped to WWE, but that's not a return though. But that was an epic debut by Sting. Like the fans were nuts. That was another pop with Sting when he came to the WWE.
Sting jumped to. There was also a good. Well, it wasn't a
return, but it
like
was
you said, it wasn't a
debut.
return, but
it was a good debut. It was
also a good debut when Sting went to AEW as well for the first time. We were there when we seen that. When he debuted in AEW, that was pretty cool.
Well, what about Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes returned to WWE. He did get a really big pop.
Yeah,
he did.
At WrestleMania. He sure did.
I can't wait to see him back in the
ring. When Hulk Hogan returned to the yellow and red, oh man. Holy shit, I can still relive it now, man. Like when he came back, sorry. I'm a big Hogan fan. I'm sorry,
No,
even though he is a jerk sometimes. He turned us down when I talked to his manager turned us down to get him on the show. So he said, "No, we need a little bit more viewership." Okay.
Well, that's his manager. Did Hogan himself actually say that?
I don't care. I don't need him on the show. No offense, Hulk Hogan.
I mean,
I'm the biggest fan, but I don't.
I'm just saying.
We're doing great.
We don't exactly know if it was him that have actually.
It's
said
okay.
that.
It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. But you okay then? You looking at me weird like I'm
you're
weird?
just over here.
It's okay. You give me a debut. Give me a return. You give me a return.
I gave you a return.
No, give me your best return.
You sound like you're trying to put your dentures back in your mouth. That's okay. That's okay. Like
the disrespect is real. You can see this little turd is talking shit.
You still have your teeth, right?
Yes, I still have.
You don't have to. And then
you're
like,
fully on.
And then your teeth, starts jittering.
Anyway, back to the topic.
A return. I'm trying to think of a really good one.
What's your greatest return that
I've seen? Well, you see, back then
there was Batista also that came back from injury when he came after
I'm trying to
Cody Rhodes and his crew.
I'm trying to think of my favorite. I think one of my favorite returns was I think he returned in WrestleMania too. Was when Seth Rollins returned and he cashed in the Money in the Bank and he won the WWE title. I think that's how that whole sequence went. Or he returned, right?
No. Well, we're talking about return from injuries here, son.
He still returned.
No, but he already wrestled at WrestleMania.
We were just talking about Dave. Okay, now you're confusing me because I could have sworn that
greatest returns in wrestling history.
I could have sworn that Seth Rollins returned and cashed in the Money in the Bank.
No.
So what did he do then?
He returned from injury. And pedigreed Roman Reigns at a pay-per-view. That was it. And then the following pay-per-view,
he
won the WWE title.
Exactly. He still returned.
He wrestled at that WrestleMania.
But he still returned.
No.
He still returned. It wasn't at that WrestleMania, but he still returned.
Fine. Hey, Kenny Omega returns to AEW.
Jesus.
Kurt Angle's return was epic as well. When he came back to be the general manager of Monday Night Raw. I'm telling you, there's so many. I can't even remember. I think my greatest return.
Well, that wasn't my greatest, but keep going.
Well, it's tough, man. I can't even decide.
Roman Reigns had a good return too. When he came back and he became heel.
Oh man!
When he first became heel, he was beating down everyone. That was a good one. That one's actually my favorite because he came in and he started beating down everyone.
Beating down and talking shit at the same time.
He was beating everyone.
Wow, that was a good one.
There was like no theme song that came on. He just came into the ring and came out instead of beating everyone.
Yeah,
that one is my favorite one. That one had me I was just like, wow, like I've never seen Roman Reigns do that before. Like,
no, that was a good one.
That one was a really good one. He was just he was wrecking house. Triple H in 2002. Triple H also had a good return after he cut his hair too.
Yeah,
he fought against Brock Lesnar. That was a good Triple H return.
Damn, it's a whole bunch, man.
Randy Orton's had some pretty good returns too.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. I'm trying to think of specific dates when people returned. Brock returned. Brock had a pretty. Lashley returning to WWE. That was.
John Cena returned in 2008, but his return. Not too long ago at SummerSlam,
he got a really
big pop. Like shit, you heard it?
He was Michael Cole's voice was cracking and everything.
Lashley returning to WWE too was huge.
The war of the
the war at MSG, exactly. We were just talking about that.
Yeah,
when he came back in Madison Square Garden. No, how can we forget this year? A couple of days ago, the Good Brothers.
Braun Strowman returned too.
That's another one. Braun Strowman,
the Good Brothers, Braun Strowman.
Dakota Kai came back. Like all these wrestlers, they're making their returns. But which one, in your opinion, fans? We're gonna ask you this question: In your opinion, which one to you was the greatest return you have ever seen in professional wrestling history? And I'm going to ask you that question too. Juancho, that was a good return, the Hardy Boys as well.
The Hardy Boys was a really, really good one.
Yes. There you go, Jeremy. Money in the Bank.
Speaking of the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys had a good return.
Yes,
too.
they did. When they came back, they got a huge pop too. They kicked the shit out of the new game.
Yeah, they did. They had a really good return.
So you fans, tell us, what was your greatest comeback moment that you've ever seen?
Probably be that one, John Cena, when he came back in 2008 and Madison Square Garden. That was my favorite one, you know, especially since, you know, I was a John Cena fanboy back then. So
he said, I split between Taker at Mania and Bray Wyatt. It's tough. It's tough. I'm going to go personally. Like I like Bray. I like his return that he came back. But to me, that one that always stands out will always be WrestleMania 20, The Undertaker. Like, when you relive your childhood.
Steve Austin. Oh, his return this year.
This year too, yeah. When he fought Kevin Owens. How can we forget about that? Like,
man, seriously.
Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's so many. There's so many good ones that were out there. Like, shit.
Who else returned? There's like a lot, man. I was just watching something on returns a few days ago too. Something about, I'm going with Brock Lesnar. Okay, so
which part of Brock Lesnar? Which one?
Brock Lesnar. There is a really lot of good ones. I'm trying to think of one that's specific.
Taker went back to his old gimmick, but with a new style, Mania 20. Yep,
that was
exactly
WrestleMania 20. I'm trying to think of what did he have the mohawk in that one, or was that a different?
No, he had the mohawk in WrestleMania 28.
Who did he fight in WrestleMania 20? I had a feeling
he made that return. He made his return to challenge Triple H to Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
So.
That was that one.
Yes. So that was which one was your best one?
For Triple H or
no,
Undertaker?
Just in general for you.
Mine was 2008 John Cena.
Okay, perfect.
That was mine in 2008 John Cena. Shawn Michaels 2007. Okay, that was a good one too.
They were all great returns.
They were.
Well, wrestling fans, our time is up here for the night. Excellent wrestling news. Excellent topic with greatest returns of all time in wrestling history. Thank you for joining us. Please feel free to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. Please feel to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of subscribers. Bring it on. You will love our content, our shorts. We're gonna do some skits and TikTok. So please feel free to join us as we go along.
Definitely.
From myself, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling,
and Jay, the Whiz Kid. Wait.
Something came in for you guys.
Oh, Dad, you got a letter? Oh, we got mail.
We got mail?
Wait. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Okay, I'm gonna read this now because it could be some fan mail.
Fan mail? We don't get fan mail.
How do you know that? Fans love us. Now that I have your attention, let me introduce myself. It doesn't say anything on the back. Did you write that?
No. Do you not see my handwriting? Did you write that?
I was the one that read it.
My handwriting is not like this.
It's not mine. Are y'all playing tricks on us? Who wrote this?
Okay.
Now that I have your attention, let me introduce myself. Well, we did our outros, so I'm going to my room, and you can do whatever you want with that. See you guys later.
Thank you, fans, for joining us. We'll see you at our next show as we discuss territories.